I went to college at Northwestern University and I studied music. I actually studied as an opera singer. When I was in high school, my voice teacher discovered that I had an operatic voice. Not every kid can sing "De vieni alla finestra, oh mio tesoro." My mom was born in Hyderabad, but she grew up in Mumbai. My dad is from a tiny village in southern India. There was always music in my house. My mom and dad were always listening to something. On one hand, they were listening to soul music and soul artists like Bill Withers and Marvin Gaye and Curtis Mayfield and cats like that, but then also the music of India and Pakistan. As I got more and more into music, I really just kind of realized that that's me, that's where I grew, that's really where I feel most at home. And when it came to performing it, I felt like I could let out all of my energy, whether it was good or bad. When I got to high school, I was in gospel choir, and that was a very transformative experience because here I am. I'm the only person in that choir who's not black, and until they heard me sing, of course they're gonna look at me funny, like, what's this guy doing here? Did he get lost? Chess club is that way, bro. And I've been a big believer in just leaving it all on stage, and gospel choir allowed me to do that. There wasn't like a set rule, like, okay, it has to be sung this way or that way. It's just like, as long as it's got that feel, it's got that groove, and you're pouring your heart and soul into it. My album Vetted is really the sum of my own life experiences. At the time that I was writing songs for the album, there was a whole deal of unrest going on in America. The events in Ferguson had taken place, the riots in Baltimore. I knew Sandra Bland. I wasn't extremely close to her, but she was in my circle of friends. In fact, at prom, she was my best friend's prom date, and she sat next to me after prom, and we had dinner together. When I learned of her death under those mysterious circumstances, I felt further galvanized to use my platform as a musician to speak out on the issues that plague our society.
I hear somebody crying in the street, yeah.
If there's anything that I would love to see is that people listen to music and feel inspired to do something good, whether it's big or small, but use it to do something good, to be tender, to be loving, to be decent, and to be just to the people around them. Music is powerful like that. My name is Zishan B, and this is my brief but spectacular take on Groovin' for Change.